Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Anime Chat. I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You can call me Pop for short. And so, start of a new month, which means a new theme. And as you may or may not know, the theme of this month is anime biography. So we'll investigate some shows about famous people, but obviously they're going to be in anime form. So I hope you look forward to that. But before we get into that, I'd just like to say hello to Whoopa Troopa. Comrade Leader, it's nice to see you. You want to get right into the news? We will get right into the news. The news of the week, I always check on Anime News Network. And I hope those of you that are watching and lurking, feel free to throw up some messages. Send my way. Let's chat. So we'll just hit this guy here. There we go. Starting off from Monday. Dragon Ball Daima anime's trailer highlights Goku. That's another Dragon Ball series, and apparently Goku gets turned back into a kid. I mean, good for them. Why would you do this again? They did it in GT where he got shrunk down to kid size again. I think maybe they should have used like his son, maybe Goten. But whatever. I'm sure it'll draw a lot of people. We'll see. Gundam Seed Freedom Film sets franchise record with 1.06 billion yen in the first 3 days. Apparently, a lot of people must like Gundam Seed in Japan. Anyway, I've heard it got a lot of people weren't too happy with Gundam Seed over here. The Boy and the Heron surpasses Pokemon the Movie 2000 to become the third highest earning anime film in North America. Well, that's something. I mean, that's something when you can get past Pokemon, the movie 2000. But good for you, Boy and the Heron, earning lots of money because you're a good film. You like Gundam Seed just for the songs, Nico? I gotta say that TM Evolution, that opening, that's great. That's what got me into looking at more TM Revolution. Surpassing the Pokemon? Yes, Whoopa, it surpassed Pokemon. You believe it? What are the number 1 and number 2? Let's see if it has something on here. The Box Office Mojo website estimates the U.S. earnings of Hayao Miyazaki's latest feature film, The Boy and the Heron, at $44 million as of Sunday. This makes the film the third highest grossing anime film in the U.S., beating Pokemon the Movie 2000, which had earned $43.8 million. The 1998 anime film Pokemon the First Movie tops the highest grossing anime list with $85.7 million. And Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie Mugen Train, which premiered in the US in 2021, comes in second at $49.5. Wow, they must have been really eager for the first Pokemon movie, because that's $85 million. Whew, that's pretty good. Godzilla Minus One and The Boy and the Heron ranked at number 9 and 17, respectively, in the U.S. box office last weekend. Godzilla Minus One had an estimated earning of $2.6 million, and The Boy and the Heron earned $660,000. The two films are nominated for the 96th Academy Awards. The Boy and the Heron is nominated for the Best Animated Feature Film, and Godzilla Minus One's Takashi Yamazaki, Kyoko Shibuya, Masaki Takahashi, and Tatsuji Nojima received a nomination for Best Visual Effects. The award ceremony will take place at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood on March the 10th. Yeah, the original Pokemon's still number 1. This is acceptable. Okay, there you go. That's what number 1 and number 2 are. Spy Anya. Operation Memories Life Sim Games trailer reveals June 27th release for Switch, PS4, PS5 in Southeast Asia, PS4, PS5 in Japan. My Hero Academia anime's 4th film reveals trailer, visual title, August 2nd premiere. 11 people arrested for creating fake accounts to buy over 2,000 game consoles for resale in Japan. This is crazy. I'm going to look into this one because that just sounds nuts. The Sankai Shimbun newspaper and Kobe Shimbun Next News website reported on January 19th that 11 people were arrested by the joint force of the Hyogo Prefectural Police Cyber Investigation Division and the Gunma Prefectural Police for suspected fraudulent activity of creating fake accounts to purchase several units of an unspecified game console and resell it. Note, Sony's PlayStation 5 is pictured right, but neither the newspaper or website actually specify any game consoles. The 11 men and women arrested, including a 17-year-old high school student and 19-year-old company executive, were accused of creating multiple fake accounts to register on an electronic retailer's online site on October the 16th to purchase 18 game console units with an estimated amount of 684,000 yen. Game console units were allegedly delivered to an apartment building in Nagoya. According to investigations based on fake accounts, the 11 arrested used on different electronics retailer websites. It is believed that at least 2,000 game console units with an estimated amount of 85 million yen were purchased and then resold in October 2023 alone. Generally, an individual can only purchase a limited number of game console units to prevent it from being resold. Authorities are currently investigating the source of the funds used to purchase the game console units. Crazy. Hey, Godzillionaire, how you doing? Where do you store 2,000 game consoles? Apparently in an apartment or something in Nagoya. That's nuts. So it must be really, scalping these things must be very lucrative if they're going to do that. They wouldn't say which console it was. That's just crazy. Dragon Quest Builders game gets PC release on February 13th. See, eventually all the games come to the PC. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash game shows baseball minigame in new trailer. G-Kids offers Blue Giant anime film on Blu-ray digitally on April 30th. Gundam Seed Freedom opens at number 1 in Japan. Live-action Golden Kamui drops to number 2. Yeah, Japan loves their Gundam Seed. They must. Go-Go Loser Ranger anime reveals 4 cast members. Go-Go Loser Ranger? Oh, man. This might be a funny one to tune into. If it's like a Super Sentai. Hello, Pacific 4 Mike. Good to see you. Just having a sip of the old morning tea. Going back to Tuesday, Fate Stay Night game gets first ever English release with remastered version in 2024. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off animated series, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, nominated for Ace Eddie Awards. Well, I agree with Super Mario Bros., but Scott Pilgrim? Ugh. Pass. Also, welcome, Microtron. Given, we're going back to Wednesday now, Given Hiragi Mix film opens in Taiwan on April 3rd. Acro Trip Anime's teaser video reveals cast, more staff. Unnamed Memory Anime unveils third scenery visual, Ayako Kawasumi in cast. New Spice and Wolf Merchant meets the Wise Wolf Anime Stream second promo video. Yes, Micatron Whoopa, yeah. That was me trying to do my Unicron impression. Actually, it's Orson Welles doing Unicron. An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride anime's main trailer reveals more cast and staff. Opening song, April debut. Kuso Mizu Technique Manga Shin Yaranai Ka anime streams trailer. Shout Studios! Toei Animation announced distribution deal for Digimon Adventure 2, the beginning anime film. Well, that's good for news for all you Digimon fans. Angry Canadian! Hey, welcome, buddy. You just got back from hockey. You're going to stick around until you fall asleep. Sounds good. You might want to stick handle around. Hockey humor. Hideo Kojima announces return to action espionage genre with new video game IP, Death Stranding 2 release window. I don't know. You guys liking Hideo Kojima stuff again? I mean, I don't know. Never really got into the whole Metal Gear thing, and I never played Death Stranding, so I think it's more hype than really it deserves to be. Oh, look, Walking Simulator 2 with Norman Reedus. Yes, Godzillionaire. Saga Emerald Beyond Games new trailer highlights Bonnie and Formina. Konami releases new free-to-play Silent Hill game, Silent Hill 2 combat footage. Okay. You Silent Hill fans. Sega announces new Sonic X Shadow Generations game. I've heard a lot of people are really excited for Sonic and Shadow Generations. I'm not swayed either way. I don't hate it. I don't like it. Just a game there. You miss Silent Hill games, Godzillionaire? Yeah, it's a shame that Konami is just not concentrating on their other IPs. They're, I don't know, they're dropping the ball. You're excited for Sonic and Shadow? I thought you would be, AC. With how many Sonic games I've seen you play. Capcom reveals new Dragon's Dogma 2 game action trailer. Rise of the Ronin game showcases gameplay in new trailer. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian anime reveals more cast and staff. Going up to Thursday now. The Perfect Prince Loves Me, the side character. Anime Festa BL anime reveals cast, visual updated. That is not for me. Zombie no Afrueta Sekai de Ore Daka na Osuwaranai novels get TV anime. Ever since Konami and Kojima split up, both have gotten worse. Yeah, I can vote for that, yep. Karasu wa Aruji o Erabanai anime reveals staff cast in promo video. Did you hear a Russian anime? Yeah, it's called Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian anime. We'll have to see how that goes. Foam Stars multiplayer shooter game streams Season 1 trailer. Frieren Beyond Journey's End anime casts Maria Ise. And I've seen this already because, you know, I'm all caught up on Frieren, and she voices the great mage Seri. Keza? Comrade Anthem? Dave the Diver Games trailer unveils PS5, PS4 April launch. Godzilla DLC. Yes, in Soviet Russia, anime watches you, comrade. In Soviet Russia, thoughts simp for you. JP Games announces new RPG for adults titled Shala. New RPG depicts love story between human and goddess planned for worldwide release. That might be an interesting game. Yuru Yuri spin-off anime Omuroke Films video reveals second film's June 21st premiere. Original Kimi ni Todoke anime gets English dub. Axis reveals 4 new game titles, release dates for Spirit Hunter, Deathmark 2, Tengoku Struggle, Stray Side. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. Anime reveals English dub cast February 23rd. Okay, they're just bringing the dub in. Okay. New RPG for adults. Does that imply other RPGs aren't? Yeah. North American anime manga releases. I will skip by that. Kure Yukaba Kuame Kagari anime film reveals theme song, artist, additional cast. Going back to Friday, Whisper Me a Love Song Yuri anime reveals more cast. Science Saru MBS produced series of anime shorts premiering on March the 1st. Spy Family Code White anime film earns 5.58 billion yen, adds 4DX MX4D screenings. Wow, they're doing really well. Looks like Spy Family, very popular, and I enjoy it. We're waiting for season 2 to come out on DVD so Mrs. Mechanic and myself can watch it. Because, you know, physical. That's the way to go. My first story. Hyde perform opening theme song for Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc anime. I Was Reincarnated as the Seventh Prince anime unveils trailer, visual additional cast, staff, theme song, artists. Crunchyroll to stream wonderful Precure anime. Enlight's Afro anime film Infinda reveals more stuff. Ease Memoir, the Oath in Felgana game, gets PS5, PS4 versions in Japan on May 23rd. Switch Remaster launched in April 2023. Captain Velvet Meteor, the Jump Plus Dimensions crossover game, gets Xbox Series X and S PC versions. Captain Velvet Meteor. Never heard of anything like that before. Rivera, the Promised Land game's HD remaster launches for Switch on February 29th. You gotta wait till the end of the month. But at least it's coming to the Switch. Going back to Saturday. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth game ships 1 million copies globally. Sega gives out free in-game items to players in celebration. Huh. Sound Euphonium 3 anime debuts on April 7th. Mario vs. Donkey Kong games overview trailer streamed. So it's a new version of the GBA game with new worlds, local co-op launches, and it launches on Switch on February the 16th. Hey, it's the Gooch! What's up, Jay? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, we're just going through the news of the week. And I don't know if any of you guys played Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the GBA, but I have, and it's pretty darn good. Really challenging. And apparently they've got it coming out for the Switch. Street Fighter 6 DLC character Ed arrives on February 27th. Resident Evil 4 game remake gets Gold Edition on February 9th. You played Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the DSi? I really wouldn't mind getting myself a DSi. Or a DSi XL or a 3DS XL, something like that. Just gotta look around a bit. But really, a Resident Evil 4 game remake? I know everybody liked it for the GameCube when it came out. And I believe it came out for the PS2 as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Yeah, they're going to come out with a remake. Hopefully it's just as good, and they don't screw around with it. Get the 3DS XL, you can play DS and 3DS out. Perfect. Thanks, AC. Hey, this is why I like you guys. You guys give me good options and good advice on what to do. Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World Season 2 anime reveals theme song artists. You never liked Resident Evil 4? It wasn't survival horror, it was an action game. Ah, yes. See, I did play it a little bit on the GameCube. And yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't interesting to me. It wasn't fun. Hey, Alex Moore, how you doing? Cheers to the working man. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation 2 season's new teaser unveils April 7th return. For those of you, and I know there's a lot of you out there who are liking Mushoku Tensei, it's coming back in April. Here's something that is interesting to me. Konami establishes own anime studio with Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th Anniversary Anime Short. Studio will work on Konami's own IP plus other properties. Konami Digital Entertainment has established its own anime studio, Konami Animation, and the studio debuted its first animation, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game The Chronicles anime short to mark the game's 25th anniversary. It's been 25 years already for Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow. Matt Damon meme there, people. That's what that feels like. The studio has the tagline, add anime to Konami. Konami Digital Entertainment will invest the CG technology and know-how it fostered from game development into animation. Studio plans not only to work on Konami's own intellectual properties, but in other properties as well. The short above debuted during the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, The Legend of Duelist quarter-century event at the Tokyo Dome venue on Saturday. So there you go. Konami can do their own anime studio. That's great. Hopefully they do a good job. You always hope for that. You feel old now? You remember when Yu-Gi-Oh! First came out? You and me both, Godzillionaire. Yeah, you and me both. Next up, Japan's video game rankings. Here we go. What is number one this time around? Remember last week we had that abomination of the PS5 game being number one. Like, what was up with that? Oh, it's there again! Number 1, PS5, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Number 2, Shiren the Wanderer, the Mystery Dungeon of Serpentcoil Island. And then a PS4 game, Like a Dragon, yeah. And then Marvel's Spider-Man for PS5. Then Tekken 8. Oh, man, what is going on here? Oh. Number 6, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Number 7, Momotaro Densetsu World. Followed by Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Mario Kart 8. Minecraft. Animal Crossing. Another Code Recollection. Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Pikmin 4. Dragon Quest Monsters. Pokemon Scarlet Violet, The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Splatoon 3. Sakai no Asobi. And Nintendo Switch Sports. Oh, this is just unacceptable. PS5. Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth. I don't know what that game's about, but it's number 1 this week. And then at number 3, same thing, Like a Dragon for the PS4. And then Spider-Man. And then Tekken 8. Ugh. What is this? Yeah, Whoopa. Missed the old Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Newer cards have made it a bit of a mess. I'm a Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh guy myself. I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I prefer just the original first game when it came out. All this banning cards and not letting them into tournaments and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. It's a slow release time. Minecraft making the top 10 seems weird. Yeah. It's like, oh, Minecraft. Okay. Would you miss? Need to step away. Look at this. Look at the top. Number 1, game release. PS5, Like a Dragon. Then number 3 is PS4. Same thing, Like a Dragon. Then number 4 is Marvel Spider-Man 2. And then number 5 is Tekken. What's going on over there? Minecraft is evergreen. I guess it's one of those forever games, I guess. The new Yakuza game is a hit right now. Still surprised to see Spider-Man 2 on there. Yeah, I mean, Yakuza. Let's get some more of that going on. Let's check out the Japanese animation TV ranking. Dragon Ball Super Broly earns 2.4% rating. Soaring Sky Pretty Cure Finale earns 2.7. First up, Saze-san. Then followed by Chibi Maruko-chan, Detective Conan, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. One Piece, right in the middle of the pack. Firefighter Daigo, Rescuer in Orange. Then Doraemon, Soaring Sky Pretty Cure Finale, Crayon Shin-chan, and Animation Kikansha Thomas, or Thomas the Tank Engine. Wow, first time seeing that on there. Well, the Japanese do like their trains. I'm a train fan too, but I didn't expect to see Thomas the Tank Engine on there. Four PlayStation games in top 5. What do you have to say? When Stellar Blade releases next month and Rise of the Ronin, you'll see those games at the top 2. No! It's probably going to happen. Alright, now we've made it to Sunday. The 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse anime's second main trailer reveals more cast. That sounds quite interesting. 7 Deadly Sins and 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Definitely have to check that one out. The Irregular at Magic High School Season 3 streams character video for Minami Sakurai. Stellar Blade was made for the Waifu Bros. Damn straight, AC. I've seen some of the stuff, but that's a South Korean made game from what I hear. But good on them. I mean, just looking at K-pop and all that. South Korea, you're doing it right. Keep it up, man. Like, they know what men want to see for waifus. That's like Boruto to the original Seven Deadly Sins series. Oh no, is it? I haven't watched Boruto. I don't think I want to. I think gotta finish up Shippuden, and then I think I'd call it good there. And the final story of the week, Gundam Seed Freedom film tops 1.8 billion in 9 days. Jake D is already mourning it's only on PlayStation. I know, and it's might be a PlayStation exclusive, but it won't be forever because game companies should like money. And to keep it on just the PlayStation 5, that's ridiculous. Bring it to at least the PC. Doesn't necessarily have to go to like Switch or Xbox, but at least bring it to the PC. It's the second gen, the kids from the first series. Oh, okay, Godzillionaire. I had no idea. Yeah, it's my first time hearing about the Seven Deadly Sins. Almost looks like the art style of Akira Toriyama. But yes, Gundam Seed film, 1.8 billion in 9 days. That's pretty good. Apparently people are loving their Gundam Seed. And AC, do you get that vibe from where you're at? Are people really excited about Gundam Seed? More so than they are over here? Okay, so that is news of the week. We are all caught up. Next up, what you guys are here for. You wanted to see Gundam Seed? There you go. How about you see campaign events everywhere for it? Okay, yep. Don't forget to plant your Gundam seeds in the spring so you can get a good crop of mecha anime. Oh! Boo, Godzilla. Oh. Okay, you got us. You got me with that. That's a good pun. That's good. I want to use that one. Okay, well, I've made a little transition for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. It's not very long. It's really quick, and I thought it would get right to the point. Let's try this. Welcome to Anime Biography. Best I could do with the tools at hand. A little bumper like that gives an introduction as to what's coming up next. And that is biography. Welcome to Anime Biography. First up on the list, Niji no Kanatai Shoujo Diana Monogatari. Or, this is a biography of Princess Diana from her birth to her early teen years. So, for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, and I don't mind, it's a shame what happened to her. She died too young. But, yeah. Let me get set up here, and then we can enjoy it. Looks great, very professional. Well, thanks, guys. It was just a little something. I wish the title would have been a little bit on the first pass by. It's big, but then it goes back and along into the background, and it's small. I wish it could have like pulled itself a little closer, but it just takes a little bit of time to get a little better at it using the tools I have at hand. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. So this This one is really neat because at the very beginning, they explain the making of this anime, about how they did sketches and they had photographs to go through and interviews they did, or they watched a lot of interviews, and you can see everyone is doing their job as far as animating, they're drawing, they're showing the cells that they get put on, and they get taken, every frame gets one picture. And hey, Punkwaddle, how you doing? We're just going through our very first biography, which is of Princess Diana, if you can believe it. There's an anime out there about the early years of Princess Diana, and I found it quite enjoyable to watch, and you actually learn a few things about her early years. And there she is, as they drew her. And they after they go through how they created it, they're like, well, and here is the finished product. So it starts out with her birthplace in Sandringham. And a place called Park House. And so they have the yard workers there. They're expecting, they've heard of that there's going to be a birth of a new family member. And it's a stormy night, apparently, that she was born on. Lots of rain, lots of thunder and lightning. And yes, the nurse comes out and he tells Lord Spencer that yes, it's a girl and it's the mother are doing fine. And then they have the paternal grandmother and maternal grandmother. So everyone's there, and there's her mother, who's just given birth. Her mother's Frances. And then we start off with a little bit of the opening credits. Yeah, 'twas a dark and stormy night. Cut down on the music there. There we go. And back up here. So now Diana is 9 years old, and I think she's being sent to boarding school. So an all-girls school where she will be taught. Yes, she's 9 years old, being sent away. What had happened when she was younger was that her parents actually got a divorce when she was 6. So her grandmother's wishing her farewell, and so her sisters. And she actually has a brother as well. There he is. Brother Charles. And off she goes. So she goes to Riddlesworth Hall boarding school. We meet with the headmistress. So, just explaining what the school is like. 120 girls are there between 9 and 13. And so, of course, they're all gossiping. You know anything about the new student? No, they don't. But she introduces herself. They're all interested in her, obviously. Somebody new, they got to learn everything about her. I thought we were going to have like sort of a Mean Girls scenario, but nothing like that happened. So she's watching. She's good in her studies, and she's watching them play all sorts of games, but she's not interested in the games that they're playing. She likes to, what is it here? She likes swimming or ballet. So they have a swim club, so I think she joins that. But also, the students get to bring their animals with them and look after them, and there's a competition. She's not multitasking on TikTok. Not back during this time. I believe the year is 1970, when she was 9 years old. But yes, everyone gets to bring their pets to school and look after them, and there's a competition to see who takes the best care of their pets. And she's recalling her little, what was it now? Guinea pig. She has a guinea pig, and his name was Peanuts. And they're like, yeah, oh yeah, you can bring them here. So she's pretty happy about that. And Diana helps out at the school. So you have your the wash lady who washes all the dishes and such. And Diana wants to help her, so she's very helpful. And she gets a little, for helping out, she gets a little treat. So the headmistress is like, hey, can you just help her out? She doesn't have her family, her mother and father got divorced, so can you, help her out? She writes letters home. One of her classmates is like, why are you writing 2 letters to your parents? Why are you writing separate letters? She doesn't understand that, or doesn't know that her parents are separated. Her mother lives in London. And she recalls that day when she heard her mother and father having an argument, and she kind of spying on them to see what they're doing. You're off to Dreamland. Thanks, AC. Thanks for coming by, bud. Have yourself a good sleep. Hope you had fun. So her mother comes to her that night and explains that she can't live with her father anymore, and she was going to have to leave. So she vows to visit her when she's in London. Back in the present now, her dad brings her guinea pig, Peanuts. And she has a great old time. And here's the pet contest. Everyone is their pets here. And she wins. She wins the contest, and everyone's happy for her. And she gets a cup. Quite the trophy. Next up, Princess Diana meets Crown Prince Charles. But before that happens, she goes to London where she meets her mother. And they have dinner, a little bit of a conversation. And, she wants to, when time off of school, she wants to visit her mother, but she also wants to visit her father. And she takes the train. Her grandmother meets her at the train station, and they head off, where she learns that she now has a stepmother. And hired hands, you can see the young kid has grown. And yeah, that's her stepmother. I wouldn't say wicked stepmother, but I would say, yeah, it wouldn't be enjoyable there. So right away she comments how it's inappropriate to sit at the table with jeans. The grandmother's like, nah, she's only got a limited time here, so I told her it was okay. But she expects things to be done her way. And her sisters really don't care for the new mother-in-law. Or stepmother, sorry, not mother-in-law. Stepmother. Jeans are, hey, Jay's daddy, how you doing? Jeans are greater than all, yeah. So everyone was talking about their summer off, except for her. She didn't really have anything spectacular to talk about. Kept herself busy with ballet in the winter. And swimming. She was always doing swimming. And actually, everyone got together when it was her birthday and made her a cake. That was nice. And then she makes her recall her 7th birthday, where there was a giant party, everyone came, and she got to meet the Crown Prince Charles. And we'll get to see him here in a second. There he is. Not exactly what he looks like in real life, but, you know, I think they were trying to be nice when they made this anime. She's being a loner. Where are the friends? Yeah, Alex. Oh, so another day at school, and she gets called to the principal's office, the headmistress, where she learns that her grandmother has passed away. And of course, she's broken up by it. Of course she would be. And she remembers her grandmother. And that's it. They only made one of these, and that's too bad. It was done pretty well, and it certainly gave me a little bit more of information about what her life was like when she was younger. Next up, Kochoki. Kind of a weird title, but you guys probably heard this name before. The fearsome warlord, the demonic king Oda Nobunaga. Before he was trying to rule over Japan, he was a teenager who began his path to greatness with his younger brother and faithful followers. Through succession, betrayal, battles, and bonds between one another, the struggles these boys face promise a future where they can blossom into powerful men. So this one was a little bit, it's a little newer. A little newer than that one. The Princess Diana one was from 1986. This one is from 2019. Let me just get things sorted out here. There we go. Get a little bit past this spot here. All right. Zenshoji Fortress. So right now he's barking out orders. This is him. This is Nobunaga. So they're going over his battle record. He heard that in the spring of 1560, at the Gorge, he defeated Imagawa Yoshimoto's force of 45,000. And he's barking out orders. Bring me the head of Imagawa Yoshimoto. That's the only target. And now she's telling the story of Nobunaga, who he really was, back in 1545 at Nagoya Castle. So he went by the name Kiposhi, later called Oda Nobunaga. And he has his protector, because it makes sense to have a protector. And there he is out there. He's trying to get him up, because obviously he sleeps in late. And he got himself a picture of a gun, and then he made one himself. Because it's brand new. It's what all the foreigners are using. They don't use swords, they use guns. So the thing here is, foreigners are bringing in goods and such, and it looks like a ship has arrived at Tsushima. I don't know about Ghosts of Tsushima, but at least it's going to be a real place. So he gets ready. They have the person on the left is the senior retainer, and the person on the right is his mother. And his little brother, Kanjuro. So they're going to go off on a ride. I don't think she knows where he's going. And he meets up with this orphan kids. And what they like to do is steal goods from the ships that come in. Japan is a real place? Yeah. So they have a plan. So the cart is getting pulled along, and they release the chickens, and it just causes the cart to overturn because they try to avoid them. And then they come out of nowhere, and they're like, hey, we'll help you clean up the mess for a price. And they pocket a few valuables while they're at it. And they bring out stuff such as like fancy fans, and it looks like pottery and such. And Kiposhi, he's like, oh, we got to fence this with the Minu guys, otherwise they'll trace it back to us. So they got to figure out how to get it out of there. But Kiposhi has an idea. He brings up tells his retainer to bring up a coffin. They're going to put all the goods inside the coffin to sneak it past everybody, because nobody wants to look inside a coffin. Hey Blaine, how you doing? We're learning about Oda Nobunaga when he was a rotten teenager. His real name was Kiposhi. And so right now he's down at the docks and they were like stealing things. So his buddy Roku throws him a little trinket. Come on, show us what it is. Little share of the spoils for him. There you go. He's like, I'm not a thief, and I'm not a pilferer, I'm a gentleman thief. So they're going to race back to the castle. But right in the middle of the pathway, he runs down this girl. Of course, he's taken with her. But his retainer hops in and he's like, no, I'll take her home. I've got this. So that reminds him of her. And his little brother pops in. Hey, where'd you get that? And just like the nosy little brother that he is, he always wants to know, what are you doing? What's all this stuff here? And it's funny because they find, or he finds, his brother's secret room. And it has all sorts of his treasures and things he's collected and stolen from the foreigners. But he's like, here, if you don't tell anybody, I'll give you this musket. Because, you know, nothing says keep your mouth quiet like giving your little brother a gun to play with. And don't tell anybody. Except the mother questions what are you doing over there? Now him and his retainer are out relaxing. I guess they're doing some swimming. That kind of room, wink, wink. Yeah, Alex. He's like, oh yeah, that woman that you ran down, she just twisted her ankle, but, you know, you don't like her, do you? And he's like, nah, I don't. And he tries to warn him that, hey, you gotta stop doing this, helping those guys steal stuff. Because he's the son of the lord of the land, so things could go very bad very fast if anyone finds out that the son is helping steal things. And we have the monk. He's doing the tea ceremony, it looks like. And he knows what's going on, and he tries to warn him. So he arrives home now, and there's a big gathering. And the little brother, of course, he spilled the beans. So he said he found it by the river. Obviously, he's lying. The retainers want to know, his mother wants to know, like, where we searched your room, we found these things. His older brother shows up. I think it's older half-brother. And he tries to deflect everything away from Kiposhi. He's like, there's all sorts of secret rooms around here in this place. This is why little bro gets the Mad Catz controller. Yeah, the one that's not plugged in. So he's trying to get everybody away from accusing Kiposhi. Now he has to tell all his little thieving friends that he can't do this anymore. Yeah, otherwise, things are going to get real bad real fast. But he wants, of course, there's the one last time, okay, you can stop, but just one more time. He's like, okay, fine. But before they can do anything, they get ambushed. And they don't make it. They don't make it to the rendezvous with the other little thieves there. And this is there. It's a flashback to where Kiposhi is a little kid and he meets Roku. And then him and his retainer wake up. So they got ambushed, knocked out, and brought to some estate. And it's the monk that got them abducted and brought to that place. So he's pretty shrewd, this monk. He knows a lot more than he lets on. So of course Kiposhi's like, I don't care about anything. Get the horses. Let's get out of here. And he learns that all the little thieves were arrested. And so he knows where they've been taken. He's got to get back to his castle with his dad, because he knows exactly what's going to happen. His father is Oda Nobuhide. Nobuhide? So his brother started to tell him if it gets out that the heir to Lord Protector Oda was behaving like a thief. Very serious. So there they are. They're tied up. His dad is like, yep, you're stealing from me like rats. And he tells him, if you were stealing, you made me look like a fool. You'll have to commit seppuku. His underling brings out a rifle, or a musket, I guess, yeah. And this is how he's going to get rid of these rats, he calls them. He's just going to shoot them. And he tells him, you can't have ties to vermin like this. Of course, his buddy says, we've never seen this guy before in our lives. Why would we have any kind of ties to him? So Kiposhi puts his finger in the barrel. He says, if you shoot, the musket will burst. So his dad's like, is this true? So he tries to use logic to tell him, like, hey, if you're just taking care of rats, you're going to be the butt of jokes across all of Japan. He's like, fine. He says, train them so they don't nibble at my storehouses. And then Kiposhi collapses because he had never seen his father's face like that, and he thought he was going to die. So at his coming-of-age ceremony, he changed his name to Oda Saburo Nobunaga. And so we have the ending credits. And then the next episode. So yes, there you are. There is, what is it again? Kochoki, the life of Oda Nobunaga. This guy is about 12 episodes long, so it's not too insanely long to watch through. Pretty good if you want to learn about Oda Nobunaga. You'll always, if you do any kind of research into Japanese history, you'll hear his name quite a bit, I would think. All right, those are the two I've chosen today for the biography. The first one was from 1986. It was about Lady Diana Spencer. And the second one, Kochoki, about Oda Nobunaga. Next up, try here. Anime watching this season. And let me tell you, this is the season I've watched the most shows. It's pretty unbelievable. Managing to keep up on them, and I'm sure you guys are as well. We'll just go on the, looks like it's alphabetical here. So, first one, Brave Bang Bravern. Mecha show of the season. It's pretty good. You've got your reluctant main character and his and the American counterpart, because it's Japanese and American forces working together to take on aliens. So, yeah, just lots of mecha action, and Bravern is a sentient being. So that's also a little twist into it. He has feelings. He talks. He hangs out with the main character. I'm enjoying it so far. Next up, Chained Soldier. This is a fun one. A different spin on things. The women get the powers from eating a peach, and different variety of powers. And the one main character guy, Yuki, he wants to be a hero. And with his partner, her ability is to make someone her slave, and he gets powers from it. So it's pretty good. They have to take on these interdimensional beings. I have yet to find out what they are or why they are attacking, but hopefully we do find things out. It looks like he might have a long lost sister who might be involved with them. So it's good to find out what's going on here. Delicious in Dungeon. Obviously, you can't bring all the food you need to go into dungeon crawling, so they pretty much kill the creatures and eat them. And they survive on that. So we'll see how it goes. He has to get to the bottom level, or where the dragon is again, to save his sister, the knight there, or the warrior. And they should be able to do it. They should be able to sustain themselves for a long time with all the food they use, all the creatures they use as food. Dr. Elise, the Royal Lady of the Lamp. Very good show. I like it when people have redemption after being a terrible, horrible person in her previous life. She's reincarnated in the modern world and she becomes a doctor. Then she dies, and she goes back to her previous life, but she remembers everything about her life in the future and being a doctor, and she puts it to good use by helping a lot of people during this time period. And she's hailed as a genius. So it's good. Like I say, she makes up for the way she used to act, and that's great. Freren, what can I say that hasn't been said already? If you're in the mindset for it, it'll be like one of those epic shows that you always come back to and refer to. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Yes, they are. This title couldn't be more hit the nail on the head. This fellow moves from Tokyo to Hokkaido, and yeah, he meets up with some Hokkaido girls, and they are adorable, and he learns how to live life in the snowy, cold north, and they get to meet somebody from Tokyo who they probably haven't met anybody from there before. And they all have different personalities and, the things that appeal to him. Isekai Onsen Paradise. Very short. I think each episode's like 3 or 4 minutes. This guy travels to a different world and just finds different onsens or hot springs to relax in, and introduces it to the people there. Yeah, you're loving Hokkaido girls? Me too, Blaine. Like, this is great. What a great show. It's cute and funny, and sometimes that's what we need. On a more serious note, Meiji Gekken 1874. This is about Japan trying to get out of the samurai era and into the modern era. And there's a lot of political maneuvering, and there's a lot of, obviously, from the war, the Boshin War, there's a lot of bad feeling or bad blood between a lot of the people, and there's going to be a lot of revenge and a lot of killing going on. So I do like this because it's a little historical, and it's got some good action to it. So I'm really liking Meiji Gekken. Alec Rouge. This show. We have what are called, the androids are called memes, and they were made to battle an invading alien race, and I guess they were successful. And now, just like anything, when you have soldiers that were for one purpose, or artificial life forms, now what purpose do they serve in peacetime when there's no wars to fight? So it looks like Rouge is going around and finding specific people to eliminate and take there's sort of a special information tape or something that she gets off of each one of them. I'm not sure why. Something about the Immortal 9, whether she has to take out all 9. We have to find out what secret that is that they're going after, her and Naomi. And there's that drug involved as well for the means, and apparently people can take it too, so humans can get addicted to it. Just I like the intrigue. I like finding out what's gonna happen next. Snack Basu. Snack Basue. Not quite sure how to pronounce that, but it's pretty funny. Very Japanese, people coming to a snack bar, different types of people. It's very Japanese. It's very funny. The foolish angel dances with the devil. So obviously the angel's job is to exorcise devils or get rid of them. She's the angel, he's the devil. They both meet. She wants to use him to find other devils. And he's obviously not cool with that, but he does it just so that he doesn't get erased by her. And yeah, it seems like a little bit of a twist here. She doesn't like kill the demons she finds. She slashes them with her scythe and it turns them into like cute chibi animals. So yeah, and then she takes a picture with them. So a little bit more going on there than it's just exorcising demons and all that. And it's pretty funny because they try to like seduce one another. There is feelings between the two, so it's going to be funny when the angel and the demon try to date each other. The Strongest Tanks Labyrinth Raids. This one, I'm enjoying this one. This guy is like a tank, and he has powers that he didn't know about until he finds this homunculus that can do magic and bring out his, or tell him what his other two powers are that he wasn't sure of. And now there's a labyrinth by his hometown, which brings more people, more trouble. And so he has to think about becoming a guild leader of his town or getting rid of the labyrinth. So he's got a decision to make, and let's hope he makes the right one. Finally, the wrong way to use healing magic. You know, the 3 students get pulled into another world. 2 of them can use attack magic, and of course, main character, he can use the rare healing magic. So right away, he's in the crosshairs of one of the other people who can use healing magic. And it's very rare here. There's only like 4 of them that can do this. So she is like, all right, I'm going to train this guy up, and he's going to be a main healer. And so we follow a bit of him doing his training and building himself up and learning how to use his healing magic to its full potential. But we'll see what happens when he gets put on the actual battlefield, because that is way different than training. And when it does happen, we'll see whether he can cut it as far as being sort of like a medic to help protect his friends. Because the Demon Lord's coming, and everyone needs to get prepared. So I am liking the wrong way to use healing magic. All in all, a real banger of a season. Like, man, there's a lot of good shows. We are eating well this season, everybody. The shows, they just don't stop coming. They're really good. Oh, on top of that, on top of all the stuff for this season, I do watch Gatchaman. I'm at 79 out of 105, so getting close to the end here. Hopefully it's a good ending. Yeah, Gatchaman, and I believe that's all the other ones I've been watching. So yeah, good stuff. You guys are watching this stuff too. You guys are having a good time. Yes, that is it for today. I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by. You know, Woopa Troopa, Nico Nico, Godzillionaire, Mike from Pacific 414, Angry Canadian. Everyone's favorite kaiju, right? Godzillionaire. The Gooch, Jay, nice to see you stop by. Alex Moore, of course. Thought there was a few more here. Punk Waddle, always a pleasure. Jay's daddy. And of course, Blaine. It's always good to see you guys stop by. You guys are what makes it fun. Do this every Sunday. So if you want to help me out, please hit that like button. Maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends too. Spread the word. There's other good channels out there too. people I watch personally and enjoy, like Pacific 414. Mike was in the chat today. And also Blaine. Blaine's Escape Corner. He streams every weekday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. A little place where you can, your little escape corner of the internet, where you can get away from reality for a while. And there's Ronan66. There's DJ Ronnie G. And speaking of DJ Ronnie G, I will be on his channel Monday, where we are going to talk all about Macross. If you're a Macross fan, if you want to know about Macross, I think that's the place to go. Tune in to DJ Ronnie G and myself. We will be chatting it up. There's also Brandon the Anime Guy. I thoroughly enjoy tuning into Brandon's streams, listening to him chat about anime. He shows it to other people that he has on as guests. There's also Angry Canadian. He has some good streams out there. A lot of his Lego building streams, his music streams of video games. Those are quite enjoyable. He does an excellent job on researching that. Our own Woopa Troopa, he does his chill streams where he plays games. Right now, I saw him playing Stardew Valley. And then there's Punkwaddle. You can find him at Floral from Under a Rock on Wednesdays and on Snowdub's channel. Coming up, Tuesday will be Trades Talk Tuesday. And then after Trades Talk Tuesday, at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, I will be on Rumble with Rancor Steve on the Manorama Show. We will be talking about alternatives to watching the Super Bowl. So I got invited on there because I used to watch sports, mostly hockey, actually majority hockey, but I don't anymore. And so he wanted somebody on there who doesn't watch sports anymore. So I'm like, yep, I can do that. And we'll see how that goes. So Trades Talk Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then I'll be on the Manorama Show on Rumble at 8 p.m. Make sure to tune in. After that, Saturday, more Golden Sun. I just got to build up my level. This Golden Sun, man. Wow. I'm doing it, though. It's a slow process. Trying to level up. Takes so much experience. But I'm working away at it. And then once again, we come full circle around to Sunday the 11th. More biographies, anime style. Tune in. You'll see some more new biographies, maybe of people you've never even heard of. But we should be in for a fun time. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. It's a fun time. I hope you had fun. And until Tuesday, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.